My name is Paul Westsells. I'm the President and Chief Operating Officer of Western Copper and Gold. Western is developing the Casino project, which is a billion-ton copper-gold project located up in the Yukon. So Casino is located in the Yukon. We love being up in the Yukon. The Yukon is a great jurisdiction, very mining friendly. A number of mines have opened up in that area over the past little while. And in 2014, we had a pretty big year. We got our permit application submitted at the beginning of 2014 and sort of shepherded that along, and so got 1 year of permitting underneath our belt with that. We also advanced on the engineering front. We signed up Siemens Engineering to do really supply and finance all the electrical equipment for the mine. M3 Engineering we were retained as our EPCM contractor and also to act as the operator and do the operations and management of the mine. And also on the First Nation front, which is always important, we signed key agreements with the 2 key First Nations up in the Yukon. 2015 is going to be a real big year for Western Copper and Gold. On the permitting front, by the end of the year, we should have hit a number of really key milestones and really be almost done the sort of environmental assessment phase of the permitting regime. But really the big movement is going to be on lining up the financing for the mine. We've got 1 year permitting underneath our belt. At this point in time, we feel comfortable enough that the project is going to go through permitting well, that we're going to work very, very hard to find the partners, the financiers, the debt, the equity that is going to be part of the package that will supply the capital to build this mine. 2014 was a pretty big year for M&A in the copper market. You saw First Quantum buy Lumina Resources, you saw Hudbay come in and buy Augusta, and these are very, very similar projects. These are billion-ton class copper-gold deposits located in relatively stable jurisdictions, very similar to what you're seeing with Casino. So that's the activity that you saw this year. I mean, certainly going forward to next year, I think you're going to see some of the same thing. People are pretty comfortable with copper. I mean, copper is, in this sort of depressed commodity environment, copper is still seen as being a very good play going into the future. You know, in general, as the US dollar gets stronger, and in the case of Western Copper and Gold and our Casino project, the Canadian dollar gets weaker. What you see is that commodity prices go up in terms of Canadian dollars. So even though the price of copper is around $3 and gold is around $1,200 in the US, we're looking at prices that are 10–15% higher than that in terms of Canadian dollar values. So when we look at our project and the returns on our project, they actually go up as we see the US dollar strengthen and the Canadian dollar weaken. Well, first of all, in this environment, really in this market, really the number one key thing that we have for investors is lots of money in the bank. We're going to end 2014 with about $16–17 million, and we expect to go through 2015 and still have a healthy balance sheet at the end of the year. The other key thing is that 2015 will be a very transformative year for Western. By the end of the year, on the permitting front, we expect to sort of hit a number of key milestones and really be in a position to be almost through the environmental assessment at the end of the year. And then the other big push is going to be on financing. We're really going to be going out next year and lining up the partners, the banks, the equity players that are going to be part of the package that is going to finance the Casino mine into completion.